Alcohol addiction. You might think it's the worst thing that's ever happened to you. But what if it's actually this amazing gift bestowed upon you, intended to forge you into the strong, confident, amazing, capable person you were always intended to become? I'm going to share the most unique quit drinking story you might ever see. Then we're going to come back here, celebrate my second year without alcohol together, as we talk about how this all relates to you and your journey.
Life can be anything I choose. I know there's something better. I have to escape.
1 entire year without alcohol. I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I kept the commitment to myself, and now that commitment's fulfilled, I can do whatever I want, right? Well, before I decide what to do next, let me show you what the last year of my life looked like. I'm back onto my adventure life, which is what I was always supposed to be doing. Next chapter of life just started. Look where I am. Look what I'm doing. I don't have it all worked out yet. I can tell you I believe in myself. Took the risk. 19 days later, I have found my perfect little spot, free camping area. When I landed here, I did whatever I had to do to make this work. If I've got to be trading my hours for dollars, doing something for now to keep this YouTube channel going. Just grateful for this moment, we got a lot of different phases in life, and I'm gonna enjoy every second of this summer. A lot of things have gone really, really bad.
When the going gets tough, I get tougher.
This is the new place I'm calling home most days and most nights now. No distractions, surrounded by beauty.
I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do with my life right now. Wait till you see what this turns into. So what do you think? I mean, if I had some sort of issue, I made it a year. The problem must be fixed, right? Bottoms up.
I don't fuck with you. You little stupid ass nigga, ain't with you. You little dumb ass nigga, ain't with you. I got a million trillion things I want to do. And to be with you, little stupid ass.
I'm out here building an awesome future. You don't even know what this is going to turn into. I'm going to change lives. You'll see. Look at this. This is freedom right here. I've been dreaming about doing that for a year. That was not easy to get to this point, but this right here was extremely easy to do. You can get there too. Getting started is the hardest part. That commitment to yourself is everything. There's something better out there for you. If you're using alcohol to escape, I understand. That's why I was using it. And I started pursuing the best version of myself. That version doesn't drink. That version goes to the gym 5 to 6 days a week. And that version keeps the promises
to himself. I hope I can be an inspiration to help you start your journey to quit drinking, get on to a better version or the best version of yourself and everything this amazing life has to offer you.
They say it takes 21 days to make a habit and 90 days to make a new lifestyle. And 90 days is the place I see a lot of people fall off. They feel like they've beaten the addiction, they've got it under control, they can become a normal drinker. But just like walking, just like riding a bicycle, just like these things that we've learned to do throughout our lives, even if you don't walk for a while, even if you don't ride a bike for years, you'll get on it. Maybe you'll be shaky for a little bit, but if you ride it for 30 minutes on a day, you ride it for 30 minutes the next day, by day 3 or sooner, you'll be back to normal. And that is the same exact thing with alcohol addiction. Once you've created the habit, once you've got the addiction, it's there to stay. And what I want to do is encourage you that once you make it past that first 30 days, don't just shoot for 90 days. Follow this same route that I did, where I set a very long, uncomfortable goal. And by the time you get there, you're so far past, like you've developed this habit so far into it, this lifestyle, that you don't want to give it up. I'm not saying it isn't still a challenge, but you're so capable at that point. And by setting a goal like 90 days, right when you get to the point where it's truly become your lifestyle, when you fall off at that point, you fall off hard. Now, my first stretch, my first attempt at this was just 30 days. Man, I white knuckled through it. And for the next a year and a half, about a year and a half, I went even deeper, even harder into it than my already substantial issue that I had. So as you approach this, I want you to understand that there is a new and different and better life for you out there. All of these things that society has told us, that alcohol is the center of fun, of social things, it's not true. And when you get this poison out of your life, you're able to start just truly enjoying some of the most basic things. I take these walks twice a day. I work out right now just 4 days a week in the gym. So I still get, like 18 different sessions of physical activity though. And a lot of times I leave my headphones off. Even though I'm in an industrial area right now, I enjoy just the presence of being here, being alive, being able to walk. I couldn't walk for about 6 months due to an injury back when I lived up in the ski towns. There are so many things that we can be grateful for, but we have to be present for those things. We have to actually be clear-minded and conscious and able to feel the feelings on our skin, not just the tingle in our face. Now, if you've followed my channel at all, my message is that sobriety and everything else that we want in life starts with a dedication to fitness. Fitness is what set me free. The gym is what gave me the strength, the resilience, the capabilities to overcome my substantial addiction to alcohol. So I'm not saying that you have to work out the same way that I did. You could be into cycling. You could be into just gnarly hardcore yoga. You could do running. You could do boxing, jiu-jitsu, race bicycles. You could do anything you want to do. But what you have to do is commit yourself to that physical activity, whatever it is. Make sure you do not miss your days ever. And whatever physical activity you choose, do it to a level of intensity, to a level where it's uncomfortable and sustained for a consistent amount of time. Pushing through this discomfort, making yourself go and do it whether you want to or not, gives you the prerequisite strengths you're going to need to get past that alcohol or whatever vice that you're battling with. So I wholeheartedly believe that the path to clarity, to success, to sobriety all starts with a commitment to physical fitness. And yes, life is challenging. We have a lot of things happening. Me, when I couldn't fit it into my regular schedule, I was getting up at 4 a.m. and working out before work. And I don't dial my gym sessions down. I'm in there for about 2 hours. I started because I needed meditation. I was in there 3 or 4 hours a day in the beginning. It was it was over the top. I'm not saying everybody needs to do it like that, but I had to maintain that schedule. When I had no other time it would work, I just went in. I got up at 4 in the morning. I was in the gym at about 5:15 and out at around 7:15 and in work at 8. And I was in there sharp, bouncing off the walls, ready to go. Everybody else is coming in, still got sleepy dust in their eyes. Just, you know, you have so much energy. So if nothing else, figure out how you have to get up early, how you can make that work, and get it whatever version of physical fitness you have dedicated yourself to early, if nothing else. But I promise, if you dedicate yourself to the form of physical fitness you choose, you're planting the seeds that you need to get over that addiction to alcohol or any other vice that you've had a real problem with. So the progression for me was, first, get into the gym, and I got really serious about it. Next, I got past my alcohol addiction as I was learning more about nutrition. At the time, it was just fasting and living off of protein. Now, by overdoing it in the gym at first, I gave myself tendonitis in both elbows and both knees. And nearly 4 years later, I'm still dealing with a little bit of that tendonitis in an elbow. I took it too far. I didn't know what I was doing. Then I did a 97-day diet, again, pushing myself to a unhealthy level because I didn't know what I was doing. I was fasting 16 to 19, sometimes 20 hours a day, living off of boiled chicken and yogurt for, what was that? That was 4 months, 4 months, 97 days. And at the end of that, I had killed my white blood cell count. My body went catabolic. It was eating the muscle. I was having pains all over my body. I had gut bacteria problems. Again, I pushed it too far, and I don't recommend you do that. But what I was doing at the same time was I was building and developing this amazing resilience, this capability to resist temptation, to just keep going hard. And I'm honestly to a point a couple years into this where, not a couple, I guess almost 4 years since I stepped into the gym, where I think I've been taking it too far, too much in too many ways. And I'm actually trying to consciously start to figure out where the line is. How do I take just a half a step back and keep moving in the same direction without getting an almost unhealthy obsession with discipline and discomfort and deprivation? That's the word I was looking for. So maybe there's a level that is too far, but I can promise you this. The version of myself today, nearly 4 years after I stepped into the gym and 2 years on the day of sobriety, so 2 years and 1 day since my last drink of alcohol, I can tell you that this version of myself is way better in every single way. I mean, I look a lot better. I feel a lot better. I walk into a room full of confidence and not caring what anybody else thinks or says. I've chosen my own path in life. I've just bought a piece of land. I don't know if you saw that big white 4x4 camper I'm building. You see the old Suburban there. Like, we're in a really interesting time in history. And I've got land with a well. I've got a vehicle with years and years and years of life in it that I can live in anywhere that has air conditioning, heat, a stove, refrigerator. And I've been investing heavily as I possibly can into Bitcoin, crypto. I've got a good amount of physical silver, got that piece of land. None of this would have been possible if I hadn't stepped into the gym, if I hadn't quit drinking. And those things gave me the capability, the resilience to learn nutrition. At first, the discomfort was just depriving myself. And then the next thing was, well, I actually need to learn how to weigh out my food, how to get the proper amount of macros, the right amount of carbohydrates, the right amount of fats, the right amount of protein, stay beneath the amount of calories I need. That seemed so crazy and ridiculous at first, and now it's just simple. Now it's a normal part of life, just like everything else. 21 days to make a habit, 91 days to make a lifestyle. 90 days, you know. My main message to you on this is your addiction is your superpower, but it won't be until you overcome it. And you need to make some very dedicated steps to getting there. I did this without any classes, without any steps, without any church. I did this on my own. And I'm not saying that's the way you have to do it, but I'm telling you, the things that I've figured out and learned are going to help you. So dedicate yourself to a form of physical fitness. Visualize the version of yourself that you truly want to become, and understand that once you get to a certain level with your fitness and your sobriety, places like the bar and the club and the wild noises and the drunk people and all the great social stuff, you're going to rise above it. You're going to outgrow it. It's not going to be attractive anymore. You're going to find so many more lovable, valuable, important ways to experience life. So it's not easy, but getting started is the most important part. Getting started and then continuing in that same direction. And if you fall off, like I did, like everybody does, it's okay. Keep moving in that direction, and remember that 90 days is not the finish line. 90 days is the beginning of something new. And for me, when I hit a year, that's when this wasn't just something I was doing. It was my identity. It's who I had become. It's who I would stay. It's who I would continue to be. And I know that that is in store for you. If you've made it this far into this video, it seems like looking forward a year is a long way away. But when you look back, it happens in the blink of an eye, and you'll have this amazing experience, this amazing story to tell for the rest of your life. And maybe you can even use it like me, as your real purpose that you've found, your reason for existence, to help other people get to where you have gotten to. And I can tell you, this also keeps me from ever feeling weak. I know that I cannot let you down and go somewhere and start drinking. Real quick interruption. If you want to help with my mission, I would love it if you just hit that like button, hit subscribe, share this video, leave me a comment. It would really mean the world to me. Thank you for sharing this journey with me. Many more years to come. I don't care how crazy the world gets. I'm going to be here for you. We're going to keep doing this together. And I hope that one day soon, you are also leading more people to do this